All right, so we're going to do MCL taping. So this will be for anyone coming back from a MCL injury. So you have them, like, if you can, ideally will be on the bed, or you sort of have them off the edge. So you get them into like a slight sort of lunge position. So bring your foot here, and you want their knee to be sort of slightly flexed. So in that scenario, put like, you can roll up a little bit of piece of towel or any bottles or anything, so their knee's slightly bent. Now, if you're doing it in clinic, you'd want to put like fix them all under where the anchors will go. But if it's for sports, you don't have to. So I do the anchors with EAB. So with this, we sort of go, if you go like above the, if you have the medial knee joint line, you're sort of going at least 2 tape levels above. If they're a slightly like bigger player, you can sort of go about 2.5 or 3, but you sort of ideally want to have a bit of clearance between the knee joint line and the tape. So in this scenario, you get into tense their quad, and you're just laying this tape over. Cool. And then same idea below the knee joint line. So that's the knee joint line, going at least 2. So it's about mid calf level. So you go across. Cool. Then with the rigid, you're covering the EAB by about 3/4. So you're leaving about a gap this much between the ends. And no real tension, you're just laying the tape. Cool. So if you have a feel where the MCL sits on the medial side of the knee, you want to cross that with your tape. So starting from the anterior, no like large amounts of tension. You sort of just want to have the tape taut, and you're ending at both anchors. You cross, and then one going straight down the middle. And then you want to cover all the gaps, so you overlap your tape by a little bit. Cool. Cool. So that's if they have an isolated injury to their MCL, you're just doing the inside. If they have an LCL injury or a sort of complex meniscal like issue, ideally then they want both sides done. So it's the same scenario, you're replicating over the LCL. So starting there. So in this scenario, then you just add that bit of extra tape so there's a full anchor on this side. And same scenario, feeling the LCL, crossing over. And repeat, overlapping slightly. Cool. And then you're covering both sides of the anchors. Do the other side. Cool. All right, and then you're just covering each one with the EAB, just to stop it coming off in the game. Now in rugby league, because it's a contact sport, some players will request to have it covered fully with EAB, just so that it doesn't come off in the game. In that scenario, what you're doing is you're wrapping the anchors and you're just following the taping points that we did earlier. So you're covering both inside and outside. Cool. And then you just lock off